Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Welcome everyone to tvosj.org. That means the voice of San Joaquin, right here off the Miracle Mile in Stockton, California. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Ramirez with Sabor Latino. Thank you. Guess who I have in the studio today? One of my besties, one of my best friends, Bill Wells, and he's from the California Delta Chamber Visitors Bureau. How are you, Bill?
Good, Betty. Thank you very much. And you're one of my best friends, too.
Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, we're going to talk about the Delta. We're going to talk about, events that take place there, events that have already taken place, but I want to hear about it because, that's one event that I wish I hadn't missed this year, but shoot. Let's talk about it. Tell me exactly what took place, and let's let everybody know what, when about it happened, so that way they too can maybe attend next year.
Okay, very good, Betty. Thanks. Yes, on August 3rd, we held the 18th annual Taste of the Delta event at Village West Marina. It was an astounding success. We had approximately 15 wineries that participated, local wineries.
15 wineries?
Uh-huh.
Wow,
yeah,
that's a big number.
Yeah, they were wonderful, and we had approximately a like number of restaurants, about 15. Restaurants and food vendors, but there are a lot of local restaurants and other like olive oil companies and stuff like that. But so they were passing out free samples of their wonderful
Hey,
wares.
That's the way to do it. Pass out free samples. Let people taste beforehand, because then they'll never know. A lot of people don't like to order something if they don't know what it's going to taste like, right?
Yeah,
so
very
sampling is perfect. I like that.
Yeah, it worked out good. I mean, it gave people a chance to sample all these things without actually visiting the restaurants and the wineries. So now they know where they can go for things they like. We also had a live band, Tressa Gay and Friends, who play a lot of venues around the Delta. So they're very popular. Do, I guess, kind of a jazz, blues, pop stuff. So
what is the name of the band?
Tressa Gay and Friends.
Tressa Gay and Friends.
Yeah.
First time hearing about them.
They're on Facebook.
Have they been around for a while?
Yeah, they've been around. I've known Tressa maybe as long as I've known you. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we're talking some years here.
Yeah.
All right.
And anyway, we had that, and then we had a live and silent auction. So we had a lot of really nice donated prizes, vacations.
Those are a hit.
They are.
I got to see, was 2 years ago, I got to see some of the items that were auctioned off. And let me tell you, those baskets were, inviting. They had an assortment of different items in there. If not, they had wine bottles as well. And that's something that I like. I like having a wine every now and then. I'm not much of a wine drinker or alcohol drinker, but when it comes to having a glass of wine, I really like that.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the baskets we had, most of them included wine, glasses, and cheese, and stuff to eat besides wine too. So you could enjoy a glass of wine and have something to eat.
So what else was served there? I'm curious because since this is such a neat event. And it's right there, right next door to the Delta, overlooking the Delta.
Yeah, it was right
beautiful.
actually on a peninsula, so it was surrounded on three sides by water. So
beautiful. So
I'd like to give special thanks to the Pellerin brothers that own Village West Marina. They were just wonderful in helping us put it all together. And then
big
also
shout out to them.
Yeah, and then the Village West Yacht Club too. It was right next door to them. So and they were a huge help in putting it all together. But it's not only wineries, but we had 5 breweries. True Cemetery is the only one I can think of offhand, but some local breweries, and they were a huge hit too. This is the second year we've had beer there.
So what kind of beer? I'm just curious. And what are some of the names of the breweries?
That's True Cemetery is the only one I can think of offhand.
Okay. And the type of beer that they serve?
Pretty much, I guess, like lager beer.
Okay, lager beer.
And I think a couple of them had dark beer, if I'm not mistaken. But I only tried a couple of beers. I tell you, okay, for me, I'm there working all the time, so I can't really be partaking of the beverages.
But you could be sampling, Bill.
Yeah, no, I did.
You could sample.
I was able to sample a few, but not that many. But I actually drank about 10 bottles of water that day, I think.
I'm pretty sure. Well, that keeps you from dehydration. Let me tell you, because when it's warm, you definitely have to keep drinking your fluids.
Yeah.
Okay. I was curious on the restaurants. I was curious about the food that they served. What other dishes did they serve? And are we talking local restaurants?
Yeah.
Bill? Are we talking restaurants, that are in the making or in the planning, or are they coming from afar? Or
Yeah, no, it's all local Delta restaurants, and they're all like Bob's at the Marina is one of my perennial favorites. It's at Village West Marina. They have a great breakfast and lunch there. So they were serving sliders. And the guy's actually a bartender and a cook, so he was there slinging the hamburgers. So those are fantastic.
you call them sliders? So they must have been small little burgers.
Yeah,
where
right,
you it's like one bite.
No, they're about
Not really, you
two
just-
bites, I think.
You just swallow.
Yeah, no, they were good. But you have to imagine, though, there's 15 different things you can try. So,
But that is one of your favorites, right?
Yeah, you don't want to
'Cause
load
now-
up on
Now
one.
I want to try it.
Yeah. So, gosh darn it, my mind's going blank here. But we have quite a few Delta restaurants. Wimpy's over on Thornton Road. They have new management as of last year and serve a lot of good food. And then the Tower Park Waterfront Grill, they're under new management over the last couple of years and serve gourmet food there. So a lot of good food there. So the Point Restaurant from Rio Vista and of course Pirates Lair, they always participate. So
And it's seafood items, right? Or do they, you mentioned hamburgers. Okay, I could see that. But do they have anything special like, the catch of the day or...
yeah, some of them do like a shrimp salad and things like that.
Okay.
I can't think offhand, but they're pretty much Delta fare. A lot of unique items from around the Delta, but nobody served crawdads, I don't think. But I'm not sure. It could have been. But
Interesting.
there was somebody was serving little shrimp salads, and so there's quite a variety of food, and there had to be something for everybody there.
Now, did you see more families this time, Bill, or was it more all adults?
Pretty much all adults, yeah.
Okay.
It's an adult event, and it's due to the wine being served and stuff. But we try to make accommodations for children wherever we can. So
Wonderful.
we had-
Wonderful. That's an event that I know is growing every year. What was the number this year? Did you kind of do a head count?
Number of people there.
Yes.
I'm guessing
Number of
about
attendees.
between 400 and 500.
Good
In fact,
number?
probably closer to 500. Yeah.
Wow.
So
It's growing every year.
It is. Yeah. It's an afternoon event, so it's really very popular. So, like I said, it's the 18th time we've done it. So.
18th time. Okay, so what's the planning for next year? Got anything that you're going to do a little different this next year?
We're always tweaking. We move it around from different locations around the Delta from time to time, just to give people exposure to different spots.
Uh-huh.
So if the management there agrees, I think we want to hold it there again this year. But every year that we hold it at the same place, we refine it a little bit. Like the first year this is the third year we were there. We had a few parking issues the first time we did it, so we thought we had those resolved this year, and we had them pretty much resolved. But we need to tweak that a little bit more.
Yeah, you definitely need parking. But I do recall 2 years ago, I came in and it was a long stretch of cars, and I'm thinking, wow. Whoever did the parking, even back then, it was pretty well organized.
Yeah, we do our best. We get local Sea Scouts ships to come in and help us out, and we have at least one professional parking person, and we have spent a lot of money on signage. So we really put a lot of work into the parking, and we chartered 2 buses to take people from the parking lot to the event.
Good idea.
And then I had local. Rick Nolte with his pedicab taking people that he'd pick up stragglers and take them looking for tips. So, and then also we had a boat going from the like Garlic Brothers restaurant dock over to the yacht club dock too. So
how neat!
So we really did our best. Yeah, you could get in many different ways. So.
That's wonderful. Now I'm thinking something on the water. I know that boat ride. Okay, that's one thing. But something else, maybe a little tour. Do you do any of those tours like in the morning, or is that something that may be in the planning in the future?
For the Taste of the Delta?
Yes.
Or, I don't think so, unless we have somebody that would step up and do it themselves. Cause
that would be a good way to introduce new boats.
Yeah, it would be.
To individuals that might be interested in purchasing or investing in a boat, or it's just a thought that came
Yeah, that's a good idea. We do have a resident yacht broker there, Mike Garner, works right out of the office there. So anybody that does want a boat, it seems like after people have a couple drinks, they get more interested in buying boats. So it's kind of a good captive audience there. But we do have in our chamber, we have Delta Heartbeat Tours that does tours of the Delta for people. So we have those ongoing all the time.
All the time?
If somebody wants to do it, sure.
Okay. And what else do you do out there for the community, for the Stockton area? The chamber. I know that you guys are busy constantly.
Yeah, we are.
Do you have any other events that are going to be coming up or are planning?
Yes, good question. It segues
Yes.
right into what I have here.
Oh, perfect.
So anyway, upcoming here on December 7th, we have the Lynn Hahn Memorial to be the 38th annual Delta Reflections Boat Parade. So the boats meet up down by Windmill Cove and then come up the river and up into McLeod Lake and circle around and then come back out. So I can't remember. I think Roger Hahn basically spearheads this in conjunction with the Stockton Yacht Club. But I think we had about 50 boats last year. So they charge an entry fee for the boats, and then
Okay.
all the money raised goes to charities. So and every year it's a few $1,000s, in the Stockton area. But it's a really popular parade, and we like the nice thing for the people to be able to see right around. It's a Christmas parade, by the way, lighted boat
yes,
parade.
that's they call it the Parade of Lights, right?
Lighted.
Or is
Well,
that
they
one?
call it the lighted boat parade.
The lighter-
There might be another parade of
Okay.
lights, but
Okay, well, that's one thing that I always look forward to. I go ahead and I find a good spot over here off Weber, and I watch the boats coming in. They're all lit up, and so many people get so creative with the lights.
they do.
And, I love seeing that because it shows another side. It's not just cars that people are investing in. You have a lot of car shows, in the San Joaquin area. True. I mean, I even had a car show for our fundraising event, which turned out to be pretty good. And I was pretty happy. It was at Weber Point, August 11th. But when you see boats on the Delta and all lit up and all decorated, it makes me happy to see that more and more people are getting into it.
Yeah.
So, I'm pretty sure there's a big interest there. Do you find people calling and want to know everything about boats, or do they ever give classes, for individuals that are interested in learning everything about sailing, about boating on the Delta?
That's a good question. The local power squadron here in San Joaquin County does put on classes. I strongly recommend everybody take a class in boating, and you can. My motto is you can never have enough education. But
True.
And also the state of California now is phasing in what they call a boater card. So every boater's going to have a license, and it's phased in by the year. So when they get to my age, I'm not sure if I'll still be boating then, but it'll be a few years off for me. But anybody 18 to 21, I think right now has to have a card to operate a boat.
Okay.
So,
and is it pretty affordable, or is it up there in price?
No, I think you have to you have to pass a test. So
Okay.
yeah, it's
So you do
it's
have
either
to go
free
through
or
classes.
cheap. I know it's couldn't be more than $10 or so. And
that's
it's a
not bad.
permanent card. It's not like a driver's license or anything. But we see it's unbelievable foolishness going on out there
Yes,
sometimes.
accidents.
Yeah, and just
And so walk me through one of those, because, people need to know how to operate that boat. What are some of the things that they have to look out for? Because if there's individuals out there on the Delta that have no idea, and they're first timers in the boat, right, and they think they have everything under control,
yeah.
but in reality they don't.
Yeah, no, I'd strongly recommend anybody the first time go with somebody experienced, and you can hire
Thank you.
captains to spend a few hours with you. And if it's a bigger boat, I'd strongly recommend that. But it's pretty much common sense. But people, what I've seen in I'm a retired yacht broker, by the way, so I've had quite a bit of experience with that. But for some reason, people in boats, if you some emergency starts happening, instead of slowing down, they tend to speed up. So that's not very
They
good.
think it's like a car.
Yeah. So, but
It takes a little while longer to really pick up the speed.
yeah, and boats
unless
don't
you
have brakes either. So
That too. That too. And see, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people just don't know. They think they do, but in reality, when you're in that boat and you're picking up speed and you got the momentum going, and you want to stop, there's just no way you're going to be able to do that.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. So walk me through one of the things that some individuals do that they shouldn't do Only because that's something that I think should be raised.
Sure. A few things that come up in marinas, and there are certain spots along the river that are with no wake zones, and we see people speed through those quite a bit. So that's pay attention to that. You're responsible for any damage your boat does to somebody else's property. So, and the reason there's a no wake zone is generally to avoid damaging property.
And it's because the residential area, right?
Residential or swimming zone, or
zones too.
like in a marina itself, though, where if you create a wake, you'll bang boats into each other. And then as you pull out, say, into the river, it's pretty much like a road. You keep on the right side. Generally, try to keep on the right side, and the other boats keep on their right side, so you're passing each other without a lot of confusion going on. There are people that don't understand that. I mean, that's probably one of the most basic rules, and just to kind of keep the traffic going in a good fashion. Personally, I never go out in the Delta without a depth finder in my boat to know how deep the water is, because the water, you can't see very far down.
Okay.
And if you're not careful, I mean, it's easy to get into a shallow spot and break a propeller. So
yes, you might hit something.
Yeah.
So what is the deepest in the Delta, like, let's see, before the bridge, before 5, and then past 5, I mean, as you're going? I know that's one area that we have big ships that come in, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I think the deep water channel is dredged to 60 feet, if I'm not mistaken.
60
That's
feet.
where the harbor, from the Stockton Harbor all the way
Yes.
down to the bay. And then the area east of I-5 in the downtown Stockton, that's probably 10 or 15 feet deep, something like that.
So the deepest is 60 feet.
Yeah, approximately. I think it's dredged.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow. Impressive. Okay. Now, what kind of boats do you see out there? I know that there's a variety, but what do you recommend for the Delta?
I recommend a boat 18 feet or larger with an inboard motor, and that'll get you going. For 18 to 20 feet, you can cruise during the day and then maybe stay in a hotel at night or go home. And but personally, I like my boat's 36 feet, and it sleeps 4 people and has an enclosed bathroom, or head as we call it. And,
it sounds comfortable.
It is.
Sounds comfortable.
Has a galley you can cook food. So that's personally is an ideal size for me in the Delta, and you can get up a lot of smaller waterways, and yet it's big enough that you can go out in the river without being bounced around too badly.
So is that your second home, Bill?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, yeah, you can. I think mine's paid for, but you used to be able to write off the interest on your loan on it as a second home. And I'm pretty sure you still can. I'm not sure. Check with your accountant.
Interesting. Well, that's good to know for individuals that want to invest and buy a boat. I would like to do that someday in the future. Of course, right now I can't, but something that I would like to do.
Yeah,
and I'm
very
pretty
good.
sure there's a lot of individuals out there that are listening to the interview that have interest as well.
Yeah.
So put out all your contact information in case they have any questions that they can, get some answers from you.
I try to answer the phone whenever it rings, 916-777-4041, or info@californiadelta.org.
And website or your Facebook?
CaliforniaDelta.org.
Okay. Well, good. I'm glad that you put out your info because that's important. I find it fascinating. I would love to be more out in the water. But
Yeah.
like I said, right now we're going through some changes in my life, and we're really concentrating on the radio. Tracy's about to come up, and we're excited about that.
Yeah, very good.
Gov has been working every single day on that transmitter and making sure that everything is going to be well to start the Tracy radio.
Wow. So are you going to have 2 studios then, or 2 transmitters?
This is going to be the hub. This is going to be little headquarters. But I know that we're going to have some volunteers in Tracy area that are going to help out as well.
Wow.
But almost anything and everything that's going to be broadcast here will be broadcast in Tracy.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. And then after that, we have a third sister radio
Wow.
that's coming.
Wow.
And if all goes well, maybe Lodi.
Wonderful. Yeah.
So I'm
Good for
excited.
you guys.
There's a
Yeah,
lot of growth.
you've, ever since you've been involved in the station here, it's just been a wonderful thing for the community, and you've done a wonderful job.
We're hardworking people. We're dedicated, and we want to make this radio station happen for the community. It's imperative. We need our voice to be heard.
Sure. Yeah, very
And,
good.
commercial radio is great, yeah, but when it comes to a radio that is the people's radio, there's a big difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Community radio.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly here and helping out in everything that I'm able to. A lot of times I find myself running the board for other individuals. I don't mind doing that, but when I can. But I'm also doing a lot of the marketing.
Wow.
So there's a lot of work there. And I love to promote too. So
Yeah,
if I can
I know.
promote a little fundraiser to help raise funds for the radio station, then I'm on it.
Yeah, good
And
for you.
yeah, that's what I was telling you about our next it's a small little fundraiser, but it's on the 28th. It's a Saturday of this month. And it is during the time that we're going to have a big car show going on right here off the Miracle Mile. And I'm excited because it's going to be a big event. So I figure we could probably take a little corner over there and set up in front of the radio and sell some nachos. And
Yeah,
just
that'd be wonderful.
Promote the radio.
Yeah, is that the car? I can't think of the name of it, but the cars that cruise up and down the road at night, or
You know, who was here was Roy Morales, and he was talking about it yesterday. And he said that they were going to block off
oh, okay,
Pacific Avenue.
wow,
Yeah, and then we're going to use the center of it to display the cars.
Oh,
And I know
okay.
he's going to have a lot of cars from Chase
oh,
displayed. So he's excited because he's part of the event. And he was here yesterday, and he was inviting everybody in the community to come on out on the 28th. But there's also all the merchants are going to be doing something special with their stores as well.
wow,
And there's going to be a band. I'm not sure what band, but I think last year it was the Taurus. Mike Torres.
oh,
They did really well, too.
wonderful.
I'm not sure who they're going to have this year, but they will have a band. A lot of food, and of course, just a lot of fun things to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I'm doing that day, but I'll do my best to come down.
Yeah, come on out and visit
Have
us.
some nachos.
Yeah, have some nachos. We're gonna try it's called a Mexican street nacho. It's supposed to be really good with corn.
Oh, wow. Sounds
So you
good.
might want to come out to try just that.
Yeah.
And I
definitely.
urge everybody too to come on out and support your community radio. We are no longer KXBS. We are the Voice of San Joaquin, tvosj.org. Love the name. That was FCC.
Oh, very good.
Came up with that name, and who would not want that name,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I
The
love
Voice
it.
of San Joaquin. Yeah, so we're excited to have it. More reason to promote the radio and let people know of the name change.
Yeah.
So, and we're community inspired, member supported, volunteer powered. You can always find us on the voiceofsanjoaquin.org or tvosj.org as well. Our phone number here is 209-467-4455. Anything else you'd like to add? Any other events? Anything that you would like
Yeah,
to,
just-
or shout outs or acknowledgments of anybody that helped you out?
I want to shout out to our Delta Chamber Board of Directors and members that a lot of people, they go bend over backwards trying to help the organization.
That
to
is so
help the
beautiful.
community. Yeah.
Volunteers.
Yeah.
Yay for the volunteers.
Absolutely. But if I could, just mention a couple other things. Last week we had the Classic Car and Boat Show at Stockton Yacht Club. Now that was really a great event too.
Combination.
Yeah, and
Wow.
so we had classic yachts all the way from San Francisco that came up, and
Unbelievable.
classic cars from all over the place. And so,
I hope you took enough pictures there because I'm
Yeah, I
gonna be
took about
searching.
100. Yeah, they're on our chamber website. You can take a look
Okay,
at them.
I'm going to go ahead and probably share some.
Oh, okay, fantastic. Yeah. So one other thing, if I could, Betty, Village West Yacht Club is going to have their Prohibition Ball on New Year's Eve. So if you've got a Thompson machine gun or some bootleg liquor or anything like that, bring it on down.
Bootleg liquor.
Just kidding, naturally. But anyway, it's going to be a big ball there. They have some wonderful parties. If you read Bandela Yachtsman magazine, where I write my column, if I cover them in there. But so this will be on New Year's Eve. So that'll be, if anybody doesn't have anything to do yet, plan to come there.
A reason for a commercial. One of those beautiful video commercials. I can already hear it and see it, I'd be interested. There's somebody that does a really good job, and I'll see if he'd be interested. I'll send him to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But what's the fee on that, and what's
Oh,
a
okay.
contact? Put out all the information for if anybody would like to buy or purchase a ticket ahead of time.
Yeah, okay. It's at Village West Yacht Club, number one. It's on New Year's Eve. Starts at 7 o'clock, and the phone to check in is 209-478-8992. I'll repeat it, 209-478-8992.
And what's the dress code, Bill?
Dress code is your finest jazz era clothing.
Jazz era. So do we have a year?
Well, it's 1920s, I guess. So
Okay, 20s.
be like
You
Art,
just said it.
Art Deco, your
already thinking of
double-breasted
that dance.
pinstripe suit. Yeah, the Charleston, shimmery dresses for women, long necklaces.
That is wonderful.
Tuxedos are okay too, I think.
Oh,
So,
a reason to dress up and have
Sure,
fun.
yeah.
My sister did that, and she had the greatest time ever. She says, Betty, you got to do it.
yeah, yeah.
She even had a photograph with her little foot popped up.
Oh, cute. Yeah, she'd fit right in.
She had
you
a
would
great
too.
time, and so I figure, yeah, someday when I can, yeah, I'll do it. So
Very good.
Okay, well, thank you so much for that information. Any shout outs or anything else that you'd like to add?
That's about it. I just visit the Delta. Yeah, if I could say one more thing, by the way,
Yes, please.
we defeated the brown doggle to take all the water out of the Delta. Then we defeated the water fraud that recently, and then now they've come up with a new scam where they're going to build one tunnel and still try to take all the water out. So where I advise everybody in the Delta to band together and
Yes.
help
Put it out
defeat
there.
that.
Put it
Yeah,
out there,
just
Bill, so
that
that way
will
they know what to do.
destroy the Delta if that takes place. So.
And how would it destroy the Delta? We need to hear a little more on that.
Yeah, good. Okay, well, what they plan to do is divert the Sacramento River around the Delta, and they've talked about using a tunnel or two pipelines or two tunnels, and now they're down to one tunnel. But what it would happen is they'll take a lot of the fresh water out of the Sacramento River and send it down to the San Joaquin Valley in Southern California. And what would happen, the Delta will backfill with salt water from the bay, so you'd be destroying the marinas, the vegetation. They've already destroyed all the vegetation on Sherman Island. They used to grow asparagus there, but the water became too salty that you can't do that anymore.
Now they can't.
So anyway, yeah, it'd be very bad for the Delta, the fish, and the boaters, the people that live there. The other thing is the construction is going to take about 10 years, so there'll be gigantic trucks traveling through the Delta over a 10-year
construction.
period. Yeah, and so you won't be able to commute to work. I mean, the traffic's already bad. It'll be a nightmare. And last time I talked to them, they said, oh, we're thinking about using electric trucks, but I checked with my experts, and they say there's no electric truck big enough, so they'll be using twice as many trucks if they're electric. So anyway, just a
More reason to say
fiasco.
no.
Yeah, right. Just
Right?
just vote no.
Vote no.
Yeah.
And does vote no under?
Actually, there's no election. They say they already have the authority to do it, but we've defeated them twice now, and I'm confident that we can defeat them this time too. So
Let's band together so that way we can
Absolutely.
keep everybody up to date on what's taking place and
Yeah.
when.
There's
So
a
that
local
way-
organization here in Stockton, Restore the Delta. It's
Yes.
restorethedelta.org. In fact, Barbara's been on here, but
Yes.
yeah, they're very active. And then down in the South Delta, there's the Save the California Delta Alliance down there out of Discovery Bay. So these are two main organizations.
Let them know that Betty would like to interview them
Oh, sure, will,
on
Betty.
the Voice
Yeah,
of San Joaquin,
absolutely. Yeah,
so we can keep up with that.
yeah.
That is so important. And about you having your show, Bill, I am very serious. I'll even run the board for you.
Will you? Okay.
Yes,
It's a
yes,
deal.
I would. So think about it and
will.
let us know because we would love to have you here.
Okay,
Okay.
that'd be fun.
All
That'd
right.
be good. So,
It's been
okay,
a
Betty.
pleasure to have you here, as
Yeah.
always.
Thank you very much. I enjoy
Thank
being
you.
here.
Okay, well, you heard it right here on the Voice of San Joaquin. And of course, that was Bill Wells, California Delta Chamber and Visitors Bureau. His number is okay to give?
Sure.
Okay, number is 916-777-4041. One more time, 916-777-4041. Thank you so much for watching. This is Betty Ramirez right here on Sabor Latino. Do appreciate you. I shall see you tomorrow, same time, same place, right here. God bless. Take care.